I'm from South Carolina. I moved out here, and they had me thinking Orange County was just the Holy Grail. Oh, you go to Orange County, they got that money in Orange County. I'm from LA, so Brian gonna have to take a detour real quick, put me on game about the right, and then we'll get back on track. Don't lose your train of thought.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the LA Rams, but
Why not? Whoa. Let's talk about this. Hold on. Sometimes you just gotta go with how you feel.
I am old enough to remember a time where it was weird to be on the internet.
My name is Trey Hatton.
This is Rob Palacio.
This is gonna be a beautiful thing for sure.
What's going on, Rob?
What's up?
Then got up. She was down for the count. I thought I had it, the formula down, but she's dying to see who her dad is talking to.
Man, what formula is there for a young
ain't
child?
No formula.
There is no formula. You gotta
ain't no formula.
You just gotta wing it, man. That's the joy of being a parent.
Well, I'll turn you up a little bit, though. I mean, it's okay if I echo, but I can't hear you, though.
Okay. No worries. We're still working out the kinks a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
But, man, honestly, we've been good. Like, I be really complaining about being a dad, but, like, she sleep 7-8 hours a night, bro.
Okay. Oh, so she's sleeping through the night already?
Oh, yeah, bro.
What?
Yeah, she a beast, bro. Like, she roll over, everything.
Oh, man.
You're
lucky, man.
The bathroom. Oh, no, I know, bro. I've been talking to my wife. I'll be like, babe, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get, like, we be trying to make it seem like it's harder than what it is. And then I'll be like, babe, we really spoiled for real. Like,
yeah.
She don't cry that much. All she do is poop and eat, and she sleep.
Yeah.
Just chill.
That's good. That's how it was with my first too. She was, you go through that whole thing of having a baby. I don't know what the birth experience was for you, but it was 14 hours of labor with my first. And, in that weekend, we went in on Friday. We went home at Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just remember we were so tired, and, we get home, everything finally settled. Everyone's gone, right? Friends, family gone, no hospital to help you. And it's just us, the three of us. And next thing I know, we all fall asleep. So
tired.
Me and the wife at the time, we fell asleep. We literally slept through the whole night, and so did the baby.
Oh, that's clutch.
Let me tell you, I woke up at 6 a.m. She was screaming. I was screaming. I was shaking my kid because I was like, they're not supposed to sleep through the night like that.
They're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, you alive? And then she woke right up. So I don't know what it was about that first night. She slept through the night that first night.
Dude. So we had a scheduled C-section.
Okay.
We had a really good doctor. She was on top of everything. And then right before, like 3 weeks before my wife's due date, she told my wife, hey, this baby's going to be over 10 pounds.
Okay.
So I could like see the worry in my wife's face a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to have, a vaginal birth.
Okay.
And she goes, well, I think I might just have a C-section if I have a C-section. So we go back. This is the week we're about to have the baby to due date. But it's 6 days before our due date. And the lady goes, yeah, the baby's measuring over 10 pounds right now. So we'll go ahead and schedule a C-section because we don't want the shoulders to get stuck in there. I mean, just scare my wife. I'm like, baby.
It gets weird, bro. It gets
weird. just scare my wife. And so I think us doing a C-section was best for my wife because that's what she wanted to do anyway. Mm-hmm. My wife, she had heard too many horror stories about women giving birth and being traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did both. So my son was a C-section. He was 12 pounds at birth.
We'll see.
So when they cut him out of there, man, he was a little Cabbage Patch Kid. He was a big man. He was
That's
big,
huge,
man.
Bro.
And you know, like, cause they don't get all that liquid squeezed out of him. Like he was swollen, you know, it was weird.
12 pounds?
Yeah, he was 12 pounds. 12 pounds.
Bro, that could destroy a woman,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, you seen him. You see him now, right? So
yeah,
like,
he big now, but I'm just saying, golly, boy.
Yeah, he
12
was
pounds, crazy.
Yeah, Doc was like, no, we scheduling this. Right around the 10-pound mark, he started talking to her, talking to my wife, was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah. And then watching my daughter, who was 9 pounds, 7 ounces, she pushed her through, and I was like, hey, that was a little bit of work. So you might want to really listen to the doctor. Yeah. But she did it. She did both. And that's childbirth is both amazing. And I think you know, as a man, me personally, it gave me I started to revere women a little differently, just seeing how they, you know, help usher in new life, you know? And
100%, man. Yeah. Shit. I mean, I have two. Yeah, you have two. I have a boy and a girl. You have a boy and a girl. But man, going through that whole process, you sure do see a lot.
Yep.
The body change, and then you see it go back. You know, man. It's a very crazy thing, especially, you know, you sleep beside a woman every night.
Yeah.
It's different, man. But I'm blessed nonetheless. I'm too blessed to stress.
There you go.
I'm still trying to figure out ways to go harder, man. One thing about kids, man, they're like a mirror, and that you get to look at every day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
what I mean?
You already know with your older one, but like they start repeating and doing things you say.
Oh, yeah, of course, bro. My older one, he kind of a smart aleck. I mean, not like even being funny, like he really think he's smart. Like he think he know everything. And like he only 6, but he done been right about a lot of stuff at a young age.
Yeah.
So he feel like can't nobody tell him nothing, and I be having to humble him sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's your job. That's your job as dad, right?
I be having to let him know, like, son, you really not like that.
So through all that, you know, I know obviously having a child that's already somewhat, what's the word I want to use here? Like self-efficient, can move around, speak for themselves. You know, you ain't gotta like literally be on them 24/7, and having a newborn and going back to that phase, I'm sure you're getting pulled every which way between.
Oh, bro, it's hard.
Work.
I mean, hard is such a relative word, right? I'm telling you it's hard, but some days I'm like, this is challenging, because the day-to-day is always different.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, today is a hard day, that day is an easy day. Because here's the thing. My son will see me holding his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll look, and then he'll go, Daddy, can you hold me too? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's little stuff like that, like making sure I don't neglect one child, make sure I'm not doing something more. But I be telling my son, like, hey, we can keep this up for another 2 years, but you got to grow up a little bit.
But, you know, but what I want to learn, like what I want to touch on with you is, and I think this is a good one for anyone who just got a lot of different things going on in their life, right? Like even if, you know, whether you're a parent or you got school or whatever, you know, I'm sure you probably find ways after you giving your all for your family, you giving all for your, you know, to your work and, you know, your education, all the things you got going on in your life, Trevay. But like, what do you do to keep yourself like mentally in check, mentally happy, mentally healthy?
Oh, that's crazy you asking me that, bro. Because that's honestly something I've been battling with.
Okay.
I've dealt with some inconsistencies here in the past like week or two, just in my schedule.
That's life, right?
And let's just start from the front, right? You know, as a dad, as a father, you wear many different hats, right?
Yep.
You're a husband, you're a father, you're a friend, you're a son, somebody's son, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was slipping, I would honestly say, I was slipping in the husband department, if I was being completely honest. And well, I can see it. And I don't want to lose no part. Like I truly believe everything in marriage is 120. So I guess the main thing to do is, and it's not easy for anybody because I love to have fun. I love to go out and enjoy a drink. And I love to go out and hang out with my wife and do all these things. But the main thing is doing what you know is you. I was always raised. I grew up in a Christian home.
Okay.
I worked out at an early age. I fell in love with the gym. And those are kind of like some core values that I hold near and dear to myself. So I know that whenever I'm not working out or whenever I'm not in the word or doing the things I need to do, I get those inconsistencies. Like, and me personally, I have an addictive personality. So I love gaming, right? Gaming has always been a passion of mine. So let's say I pick up the game. I say I'm just going to play for 2 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll play the game for 2 hours one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I play the game for 2 hours every day of that week.
Yeah.
So that's 14 hours of my life I won't get back.
Right.
14 hours of life with my babies or with my wife. And over time, and I know everybody know about compound interest. Well, when you do that, and I see how, and this is how my mind works.
Okay.
I see how families get disconnected, and I see how divorces happen, and I see how fathers, get their kids say, "Oh, he was never there," because it don't all happen. It don't happen at one time. Over a course of years, right? You've done that thing that you felt like is what you need to do,
Okay.
and it wasn't, right? You probably were a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to. That's why I believe in getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I believe in getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning because you do need your time.
Yeah.
Let's just get that right now.
You have to.
But when you bring a new child into this world and when you commit to a wife and responsibilities start piling up,
Mm-hmm.
there is no way that you can just say, I'm going to do this at 50%, this at 50%, and then this at 100%. If you want to live that kind of life, okay? For me, I'm like, man, I do. I believe in being in shape. Like I believe in being in the gym. Like when I'm 40, when I'm 50, I want to say I can still go out there and run under five in the dash. You know what I mean? In the 40. That's just what I believe in. I do want my kids to have a relationship with God. It's all about where you want your family to go. It truly is, bro. If your kids gonna do exactly what you do, bro. When my son see me on the game, guess what he do?
Yep.
He come up and pull a chair right beside me on the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh, that's cool." My dad doing that. When my son see me work out, he go in there and pick up some dumbbells and start squatting.
Mm.
I mean, they're gonna do what they see you do. So for me, mentally, I guess the main thing that keep me is consistency. Consistently trying to be intentional about mental health. And when I say being intentional, I mean every day really does not feel good. Like, oh my, I wish I could emphasize that the day to day is the hardest part of everything. I wish I could tell everybody that you made a plan and it just worked out for you and you never had nothing to worry about the rest of your life. But that is not the case.
Honestly, I think life wouldn't be worth living if that were true. I think you need the ebbs and flows. I think you need the ups and downs. You wouldn't love a great night with the stars if every day was sunny, right? Like you need both. You need, whether you want to enjoy a sunny day or, vice versa, whatever. But,
what have you seen has worked for you, right? You got to get married, right? Mm-hmm. You and Jen, you done flipped your life around. Mm-hmm. What are just some key points you would say are, keeping your mental health? Because man, for me, I'm a jealous. I'm gonna say that I'm a jealous cat.
Okay.
Like as far as pushing my motivation, building myself up. Like if I see a cat I went to school with online, you know what I mean, and he working out. Yeah. I'm like, man, you go get in the gym. That's just how I think.
Got it.
I always try to keep that warrior mentality, man. And it's even worse if I say I'm gonna have a drink tonight.
Yeah.
And then one of my homeboys tagged me on something on IG working out. I be trying to sober up. I'm like, let me hit these dumbbell real quick.
Right.
So,
yeah, for me,
I don't know, man.
For me, I just, so it is one day at a time, for one. And you have to make space for everything, that you can't avoid that as a man, as a woman, as a parent. You can't avoid that. Your kids are really young. They're going to need you. These, when you're at the stage you at, those things are going to come few and far between, especially if you don't have a ton of help, right? Yep. So I would just take those moments and I would plan them realistically and go, what is the thing that I'm missing? So first of all, me personally, I would say I'm spiritual, not religious. So I'm always thankful. I step out of bed. I say thank you every day, no matter what. If I wake up, I'm saying thank you. So I start with moments of gratitude for little things. I always find 3 things to say thank you for before, I leave the house at any point in time. And then lately, to go along with what you were saying, trying to get myself in shape, like, obviously, just based on everything that happened in my life, things went sideways for me. Regrettably, I got all the way up to 302 pounds, and then, after catching COVID and all kinds of weird things happening in my life, I got conscious about my health again because I was missing that old thing. You know what I mean? Yep. I hadn't been healthy in a long time. So, I started, taking walks. I started, just as much as emphasizing, because it's funny you said you into video games, because when I first had my first daughter, I was still gaming a lot. You know what I mean? So for me, it's sports games. I was on the 2Ks. I was on the football games.
That 2K, what?
Yeah, so
paint beast, boy.
Man, I had every 2K every time it came out. Like I was religious about that. So I would be doing what you doing. Like I'd have my little baby. She go down for a nap. 2K. Yep. Because I used to work and have my off days in the middle of the week. That's how it used to be for me. So I would do that, and that was okay while she was young. But then I was missing things like taking care of my mental health or my physical health because I'm sitting there gaming. So I just started being really honest about that. You know what I mean? And then honestly, like, I don't game as much anymore. Every now and then I'll pick up the sticks with my son or whatever, or one of my brothers.
But get in a little bit.
I get in a little bit, but I spend my time honestly with my personal health. But the things that we institute in our house is, like, for instance, no phones at the dinner table. We eat as a family most nights. You know what I mean?
I like that.
We don't do that. Like, I try to put my phone down. I might listen to a podcast, but I don't have my phone in my face late at night. Like, I don't want to be inundated by the world quite as much as I used to.
That's an anomaly right now. You're an anomaly right now, man.
Man, it's changed my life a little bit.
I know I have friends and we grew up different, right? There's very few families that sit in the same room without a phone.
Yeah. You will get yelled at in my house. I mean, I've even, like, dare I say, sorry, Pops, but, like, I literally, like, my dad has come over, my parents have come over, and my dad would be sitting there with his phone. I'm like, phone's off the table in this house, Dad. Like, I will take your phone. We don't do phones in my house on the table. We don't.
I grew up, man, and I done told you, I grew up in South Carolina. I love my home state to death, okay? But South Carolina, in my personal opinion, is probably about 10 years behind a lot of the states, a lot of the United States,
okay.
Right? A lot of old school traditions are practiced in South Carolina, which I love. I love a lot of those traditions.
Okay.
I didn't get my first cell phone until my senior year of high school. Now, let's keep in mind, okay, my senior year of high school was 2015.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't get a cell phone until 15. Okay, everybody I knew had a cell phone, so I just want you to know how my parents rocked.
Right.
Okay, they didn't believe that in all that. You don't need that. They didn't believe in having we had internet, but they was like, you got books. You don't need a computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm so glad. That's why I love my wife so much. My wife is so intelligent, man. She really, she's getting her master's with a teacher credential to teach special education right now
Okay.
at Claremont. And she's very in tune with electronic devices and its effect on children's minds.
Yes.
So being with her and how I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
as different as it sounds, because we come from parallel worlds,
You're right.
we actually doing the same mission.
Okay.
Because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care for electronic. And she believed they have a negative effect on kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, you know, how do I keep this kosher? So my son,
don't keep it kosher. Just go.
Well, you know, I got to protect the guilty a little bit too. But, you know, my son at one point in time, you know, got really addicted to video games, and that was all he was doing.
Yep.
Right. And, you know, in the since July, since he's, you know, really been with me, I done seen him turn around already. You know what I mean? So he actually went from being in a special needs program, needing help with his education, needing more time.
Really?
Oh, yeah, all that stuff, man. And he moved in with me. And what I did was I cut his video game time in half. And at first he used to be, Dad, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And he'd actually sit there depressed. And that's because all that psychological things that screen time
catching up
is doing, like, he didn't know what to do with that. Right. So, you know, I just like, hey, son, you're going to have to sit there bored until you figure it out. Like, you know, you're going to have to go through it.
As harsh as that sound, hold on, what's your thought? As harsh as that sound, that is actually the brain, right? The human brain is the most amazing thing on this earth. Nobody else, no animal, nobody can think like us. We have the ability to create creative thoughts, right? Him sitting there in his mind, right, with a supportive father, not nobody that's just like whatever, you know, somebody that actually loves him, right, and is doing it for his best interest, bro. What it do for them in the long run is amazing.
Yep. Look, let me tell you, he literally within a few months went from that IEP, it's called an IEP program, from needing that and being in that for 2 years to all of a sudden by November, he's out of the IEP, dismissed from it. He's a regular student of the month, and he's lost about 15 pounds. And he outside playing. Now he get home and he like, Dad, can I go outside? I'm like, oh, you got to do homework. He's like, oh man, I really want to go be active. He's literally telling me these things now. He still games, but he games a little less. And I'm still in that transition, but he also sees me on my journey, right? He saw me lose weight, and he's like, oh, Dad, I want to, you know, be thinner. I want to be able to be one of the faster kids in the school when we go play sports. I'm like, all right, like, you see what I'm doing? So like what we do in my house, we also pretty much, I know you see me when I come through, we eating whatever, but like during the week, we typically, we eat low carb in my house.
Bro, it's all about balance.
It's all about balance because we like to hang out. We like to, you know, me and the missus, we like to drink wine. We whiskey people, you know, we like to do it up. But like during the week, we really trying to, you know, really scale it back. And right now at this point, like I'm getting married, you know, in a few months, I got to get right. You know what I mean? So steps, you know, little steps. You take one thing at a time. So
listen, but you don't understand what you just said though, and I'm not trying to skip over that, like because we say a lot, and I need for whoever listens to this to get something. You just said he see me on my journey, right? I don't think we understand the profound impact that we have as parents, and we still don't, right? You know your son is seeing you, but you don't know how he's seeing you,
right? We don't pay attention. We don't pay attention as adults. We be on the bullshit. We just think we can skate and like our kids don't see us. They see you more than anyone else sees
anybody. You. And they watching everything you do, bro. Let me take my father, for instance. And I like to say I was a different kid too. I wasn't normal. So being cut and dry, like my dad was not a, like, what can I say? He wasn't the nurturing type of dad. He wasn't going to be like, good job at the football practice. You know, you can do
it. He was like,
it,
what,
son.
more militarized or what? Was he like more militarized?
No, he was that just wasn't his swag.
Okay.
My dad was the dad that if you did have a bad game, he would tell you, you know, you don't want it. You probably should think about doing something else because you don't got that mentality to do what you're trying to do.
Ooh, okay.
He wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? And when you did good, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, you did all right. That's a compliment from my pop.
Okay.
But what you have to understand about my dad was he never forced us to do anything, which was very unorthodox. Thank God I had a big brother. I don't know if I would have made the decisions I made without my big brother. But one thing I noticed about my pops was when he got serious about something, he did it. Okay, when he said, I'm going to hyper focus on this, I'm going to save this money. My dad started working out. My dad was around, I feel like, I want to say, I'm going to be honest with you, my dad was close to approaching 400 pounds. And he joined the YMCA. He was a correctional officer. He worked 12-hour shifts. So before his 12-hour shift, he went in at 6 a.m. He would get at 4 a.m. He would spend an hour and 30 minutes at the gym, come home, shower, go to work. I watched my dad do that routine for, I want to say 5 or 6 years, right? And he lives with me, right? So you don't really, you know, as a kid, you don't really see nothing, right? You see this person every day. So they seem like the same person. One of my buddies got sent to juvenile detention and he left for a while. And he came back and he said, Trevay, your dad has shrunk. Like, look at how small he is. Listen, I didn't notice my dad had even changed. That's how I feel about my parenting. Like, we around these people and you not see. My dad literally lost 120 pounds. And I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I didn't even notice. It's because he just did it. He didn't. He worked out 5 days a week, 4 a.m. And so my mind, like when I hear people say, oh man, you get up that early, I just done seen another human do it.
Right.
Like, and they didn't die.
Right. I mean, the psychological effect of that though, and I was going to ask you, like, being a child and seeing your dad do those things, we could have a whole episode on that, to be honest, because
that's different.
I've got a bunch of things to say about that, but seeing your dad from that angle and growing up and people seeing your dad a little differently than you see him, because you with him every day, I've got the same sort of stories. Like my dad, I would say to you, you know, I love my father. My father's still around. He's still in my life. He's a very supportive dude. He was cut from a different cloth. He was 12 of 13 kids. You know, he did not come to my sports games. I came home one day. I'm like, Dad, I scored 4 touchdowns. He was like, yeah, let me know when you get an A. Like,
he's different.
He just went about that life, but he was supportive. He woke up every day. I saw my dad do what it took to make money and put food on the table. I seen him treat my mom good. They have a great relationship, you know, whatever. And I may have seen it one way as a child. As a grown man, I see it differently. So when I gotta stay up and I gotta hustle, when I gotta make the tough decisions and tell my significant other, no, we're not doing that because I don't feel that's good for the family. When I gotta make tough calls financially, I can stand firm knowing I'm doing the right thing because of the example of my father.
Can I tell you something? Can I ask you something?
Yep.
Is it naturally you? Are you naturally that guy? Like, who would you say you are? Are you a person that I like to take care of people? Okay. I'm a nurturer for sure.
Okay.
And I like to lend a helping hand. So for me, that is the area I struggle in the most.
I can't say that it's not naturally me, or if it is because maybe it is, but like that was the example put in front of me. This is how you conduct yourself as a man. So I don't feel like I'm going out of my way, like I'm pushing the extra gear besides the stress that you would feel from doing something. I feel like, okay, you're a dad, you got to go do this for your kid or, you know, your family or whatever. So it feels natural. It feels like my natural position. So I don't know if that answers that question or not.
No, it does. But I guess what I'm asking you is, when you're making a decision, is it like pulling teeth?
I mean, no, I think, see, and I know you don't know me quite that well. I'm a little weird about that type of stuff. Cause I'm the dude that goes, if we doing something and like, let's say I got to dig you out of the hole. Like if I come to your house, Treve, and I see your car and I go, yo, your tire's on its last leg. Here's $30 to change your tire. And I find out you went and bought a bottle of whiskey with that. And a month later, you got a flat. You call me. I'm going to come get you. I love you. I'm going to come get you.
Oh, that's real.
But I'm going to be like, fuck, man, I told him about that damn tire. Didn't I tell you about that tire?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
I don't got that in me.
I'm here. I will let you know that like I took all that time off and we had this conversation and I helped you and we still ended up here.
Okay, see, my goal for 2025 is one of my many goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is here's what I would do normally in that situation, right? Friend has a flat tire. I probably would have gave him all the money for the tire, right? Knowing the friend I am, right? I would have given him all the money for the tire. He would have went and bought a new video game, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He called me and said he got a flat tire. I'm picking him up. You know what I'm telling him? Man, that's a part of life, man. It's going to be all right. Even though I know that I gave him the money to fix the tire and he should have his tire, what I would have told him was, man, you good. That's why when we talk about mental health, right?
Right.
That's why I feel like another reason why I have so many ups and downs with it, like with my mental health, is because I'm doing stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I guess my parents are like that. My parents will give their last to people. And then we have to go through the hard times and they just, I don't know, they're just good people like that. They just believe you're supposed to help. Right. And that's that you could look at things from that lens and go, God will provide or however you want to phrase that. And, I would say they're doing okay, but there was a lot of hardship in there that I just don't believe in. And I feel like sometimes, like if you my brother, if you my friend, if I care about you, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to crucify you. I'm not going to judge you. But if we're here for the 50th time, I'm going to have to tell you because one of these times I'm a not, because I'm going to go, you know what, Treve? Look, man, I got you. I'm going to come get you. But you by not doing all this, and we already spoke about this, and I already gave you the help. Since you didn't do that, you need to know that you're putting me in a bad situation. Yeah. And you're going to have to own that because at some point, the next time that happened, I'm going to have to say, no, this is not good for me.
You talking that stuff now.
You know what I mean? Because I don't have time. So going back to mental health, right? Like I got to be healthy for me. I got to be healthy for those around me who deserve my energy. I got to be healthy for my family. You know what I mean? So like you cannot keep supporting people who do not want to support themselves.
And that's the thing where I'm trying to learn because right, I'm a people pleaser. All right. I'm a recovering people pleaser. All right. I'm trying to,
I don't think that's a bad thing. You just have to know where your line in the sand is though.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like once I get my lines, I feel better. And I've been doing a little bit better. Don't let me be so hard on myself. Mm-hmm. Like I done told some people, what I needed to. Mm-hmm. But as far as protecting my peace on daily, it's an uphill battle.
Like as a man, like we gotta handle a lot of stress and displace it so that people in our homes, people in our lives don't have to carry it, right? And that could be a lot of different things, from, recently I had to deal with a death in the family. I had to help my mom carry that. There was a lot of energy about that didn't quite have to be. And I had to make sure my kids weren't feeling that energy. I had to make sure my mom wasn't feeling more than she had to outside of losing a sibling. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What was that? Huh?
You lost a sibling?
No, I didn't. My mom lost her sister.
Oh boy.
So she was going through that, but there was a lot of decisions that got made, right? So, I have to make sure that everyone is good. Now that causes stress for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So at some point I got to tell my mom, come on, you coming with me. you know,
everything gonna be all right.
Everything gonna be all right. We're gonna handle it this way, you know, and those things sometimes get a little tricky and difficult because you have to take care of also how you're feeling in that moment. You know what I mean? And you can't push that to other people. I can't push that onto my kids. I can't bring that home to my fiance. You know, within reason, yeah, I should be able to share with my fiance, of course. I should be able to rely on her, of course. You know what I mean? But at some point,
let's bring this thing back.
Yeah.
Hold on, we talking about mental health now. So you just went somewhere that is like a realm that I hope that a lot of people don't got to deal with, right? But would you say that no matter what you did, do you think your kids got a little bit of spin off from everything you was dealing with your mom?
See, my job is not to hide it from them.
Ooh, okay.
My job is to show them how to deal with it. Right? Like that would be stupid for me to pretend like death don't happen, that there isn't drama in a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like one day my son is going to have to be dealing with something, or my daughter, and they're going to be like, whether you actually think it or not, because sometimes I've actually thought it, sometimes I haven't. And you go, what do I do now? And you're going to think about what examples you have in front of you. Or sometimes you're just going to act accordingly, and you're like, where did I even get that idea? Oh, I saw my dad do it. I saw a version of that with my dad.
They're going to go through with that. It's like, that's going to be their answer.
Right.
My dad did it.
That's going to be their reference point. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be their reference point. So when the first time I had to stay up and work and do a 24-hour, I'm working, I'm going to school, something also happened that night. I don't get to go to bed. I got to take the kid to school, got to pick the preschooler up at 12 o'clock, and I still have not gone to bed. I knew to go get my coffee, suck it up, do my best, because I've seen my father do it.
Yep. Bro, that's why when I be struggling, right, you just said something. That's why, like, I be having to curse myself out. I literally be having to curse myself out, bro, because I will be making decisions and doing things. And as my mama would say, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would get upset with myself. I know what the right answer was. Like, I just knew better.
Okay.
And so for me in this world, I think, you know, and listen, I'm trying to make this for everybody, right? Not just, you know, about things going on in our lives, but with social media, with the constant comparison of money and materialistic things and everything going in the world, sometimes the mental health in today's world is always affected because there's so much around you feel like you're not doing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the mission, but there's a lot you just feel like you're not doing. And I fall victim to that. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Like, I'd be like, if I see a post of a new restaurant, my immediate thought, and this is sickening, like there's a virus in me, and I'm trying to get it cleaned out, but I immediately think for some reason, I have to go to that restaurant.
Mm.
And I don't know why I feel that way. No, I do. Once again, I'll take that back. I know why I feel that way. Because I'm sick. I'm sick.
Well, I mean, but you could also say that's ambition, right? That should be ambition to say, I need to continue to do well. I need to continue to make more money. I need to continue to be successful, you know, so I can have, because for me and Jen, that's it. Like, I would say her and I have sacrificed a lot in the last 15 years, right? Mind you, I only been with her 4 years, right? And
oh, okay, but you know her.
Yeah,
you know
so we went through a lot of
them.
similar things in a lot of different ways, and we minimized a lot and gave up a lot of things that a lot of other people were doing. We did not do as individuals, and that was part of what appealed to us. So one of the things for us that became special, and you'll probably hear more about this, you know, at the wedding, and I won't give it all away. But, our first 6 months together, we didn't really go anywhere. We were towards the end of COVID and all that, but we would just sit in the house. We would cook together. We would talk and share ideas, and we would take walks and hikes and, whatever. And then occasionally, once a week, we would find ourselves at a restaurant when things, when COVID started to alleviate.
Started to settle down.
Yeah. So, which is why we found the places that we frequent now, right? So, those things have become special to us because most of we decided we're not spending our money, just throwing away our money doing that because we could do that, right? And at the time, I was still in the mortgage industry. Money was pretty good. You know what I mean?
I did not know you was in the mortgage industry.
Oh yeah, I was in the mortgage industry for a few years. So, you kind of make your choices, and this is me at that time, in my early 40s, late 30s and all that, making those sorts of decisions. You're younger than me. Of course you want to do all these things, but our motivation, because we like that. We like going to wineries. We like fine dining. We like buying our favorite cocktails. We go, hey, we got to continue to be successful. And for us now in our 40s, how that translates is we go, hey, you see these older people that are 10, 15 years older than us? They got to take 100 pills. They can't be in here. They can't have that cocktail. They can't go wine tasting. They can't, they're not healthy. They can barely walk. They don't dress well. What do we do to not be in that category? Oh, well, we need to take care of our bodies. We need to take care of our mental health, right? So we need to do all these things so we can continue to go on, go to wineries and go to wine tours and do all these things that we like to do. So it's become the things we want to do has become our motivation.
You said the things you want to do has become your motivation.
Our motivation, yeah. That's
things
why
like
we make sure we
with
take
your
care of
grandkids.
Yeah.
Bench 225 at 50.
Right? Just to like look good, feel good, and do what you want, right? Like, because when you can, you start having these limitations, and some people they do that. I watch that in the mortgage industry. Some people they drive themselves to sell those loans because they know they want, that Benz or that Audi that, they want to go travel. So they push themselves extremely hard, to do those things. And so you got to find your passion, the thing that makes you, want to go. For you found the gym. You want to be healthy. You like gaming. So like for me, I would be like, I'm going to make sure all my affairs are in order. So if I need to work out, I get that in. I need to be a dad, I'm going to get that in. I need to be a husband, I'm going to get that in. You know what I mean? And then when the house go quiet, there's my hour.
Exactly, bro. To just do you and relax, man.
Yeah.
But and you just talking about like health and making sure that you can do the things you need to do, man. But you know what, though, bro? You say people stretching, to get that Benz and take that vacation. Bro, you know what I done figured out, bro? And it took me to this year, and I ain't ashamed to admit it, bro. Bro, finance is so easy, bro. Bro, if you discipline with your finances, bro, you know how much stuff you can really do and be free from not having to sit at home. If you
got that figured out, you better than me.
Listen, bro.
I just recently got a handle on my finances.
Listen, bro. Finances, bro. And no. I get you. Finances is difficult, but I'm saying it's easy. And what I'm saying is, if you think about the way you're talking about your health and where you want to be, take that same format and apply it to your finances.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I just want to be able to do that.
You got to get there. And that's hard because we're now in a immediate gratification world, right? Just like you said, you get on Instagram and you see new restaurant. I want to go there. And I know what that's like because me and Jen do that all day. We be like, ooh, and then we send it to each other.
And you know what that's doing to your mind? And I'm not saying y'all right, but subconsciously, right? What it does to you seeing it puts a little seed in your head like, we need to do that sometime.
Right.
And it probably don't be a deep thought, but you go, We probably can get that done.
Yeah. but you know what we do? We don't let it fester. What we do is if I send it to her and she likes it, she'll go, "Ooh, I love this. I really want to go." I'm like, okay, let's talk about that. So we have this planned. That's already this month. That's our outings for the month. So we can't go this month. You want to go next month? Let's put that on the calendar because we have specific days where we can go out because we're parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a specific budget because we're responsible. Right? And so if we want to squeeze something in
with me.
Hey man, hey, things have gotten wild. Things have gotten wild. Yeah, and so like, you know, but even then, like we do something like that, we're like, okay, no more of that for like this month.
We catch Trevay on the flip side.
Yeah. We're like, we'll be back next month now. But yeah, like you just have to, you know, you have to talk it out. I think it's okay to want things. Right? I think it's okay to aspire to have things, but then how do you go get it? Do you force it? Do you overcommit? Do you overspend? Do you overindulge? Or do you plan for it and come up with the reason why, you know, why you should be deserving to have it?
Man, it's a plan and it's a process. That's easy. It's a plan and it's a process. Make the plan and enjoy the process. Mm. And that's very macro, right? Mm. I'm going very broad for whoever's listening. Make a plan, enjoy the process. It might take a week. It might take a month. It might take 10 years. Mm. But the 10 years is going to go by anyway. So you can do this. You can do 10 years of struggling financially, struggling with your weight, struggling spiritually, being mad at the world, or you can spend 10 years of hard work and focus. Small goals lead to big goals, and then get what you want. The next 10 years chilling.
Yeah, but you said something important, to enjoy the process, right? They teach you that when you're trying to, you know, whether you're trying to add muscle, you know, you want to see your gains, you want to look in the mirror, you want to like hop on the scale. If you're trying to lose weight, you want to get smaller, you want to measure things out, you want to see the number go down on the scales, you know, and you go, oh, okay, this is working out. It's hard day to day, but as you start to get more rewards, guess what? You're going to also, you know, want to keep going. So especially as you get hot, you know, higher down. So like for me, when I hit the 50-pound mark, I was like, oh, this is serious. You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't want to backtrack that, which I did. I actually did. I backtracked 25 pounds. So I'm back on the train.
But that just pissed you off even more.
Yeah, and all it did was piss me off, right? Because I was like, oh shoot, like, how did that happen? Oh, because excuses, right? Like Christmas came, before that it was Thanksgiving, right? And then because it was a handful of weeks in between that, I just was like, oh well, I'm not gonna get back on the train right now. And then you ride out to the end of the year. Next thing you know, like I stopped being on my regimen like late out, like I think Halloween or so. And it came right back. So I eat, but you know what? Because I had that, what you say, that small plan, and I was tracking everything I needed to track. I knew exactly what I needed to do to keep it going, to get right back on, because there's always going to be excuses. I'm a parent. My kid, I don't have time because of my parents. I'm not happy with the new president. I'm happy with the new president. I don't like what's going on in the world. It's aliens flying around. My favorite team is in the Super Bowl, whatever. You know, you could come up with any excuse in the world why you don't accomplish your goals, or you can pick away at it until you get to the point where you go, until you have that discipline to move forward.
And I will say something, because I haven't been able to get into what me and my brother call flow, right?
Okay.
Flow is the state where everything around you comes with ease. Okay? Doing something for your wife, easy decision. Picking up your kids, do it with a smile. Okay, that's when you get in flow in your life. Okay, I haven't been in flow since probably July of last year, I would say honestly. But how do you create flow? You create flow by consistently doing the same thing, making conscious decisions, until after a while, it's just a daily routine.
So creating good habits.
creating good habits. That's all it is, bro. And you know, once when you get in it, it might be the first week, it might not be the second week. But about the third, fourth week of you doing it, even when you don't want to do it, your body gonna naturally go.
You're gonna feel weird if you don't.
Gotta do it.
You're gonna feel weird if you don't.
Yeah, you're gonna feel crazy.
See, like right now, I'm already thinking, you know, I have my days, right? My days where I decide, you know, and so Jen and I, every Sunday or so, we plan the week. We plan the food menu for the week, Monday through Friday. We plan the budget, all of that, right? We go up to maybe 2 weeks in advance, right? And we recap every Sunday. So we know already where we can go, what kind of money we got, what we trying to do. We kind of lightly penciled in our workout schedules or our free time, because sometimes she might want to do something, I might want to do something different, whatever. And so we know, like, that's your window. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm on this whole kick, so I know I better do really well all week. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you better be locked in.
I better be locked in or I can't go. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to run into Trevay, and then it's, you know.
And I'm just going to say, hey. I just go,
and it's
hey,
going to be a problem.
Doing?
So I already know. And then I can't do that on Sunday. It's got to be Saturday or Friday. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I can't do it all weekend because I got to go. And I don't want to back, you know. And I have those goals. So for me, it's in October, right? I want to be in a certain place by July, and I have to be in a certain place by October. What that mean? That mean I need to lose about 1.5 pounds every week or so.
Which is so doable.
Which is so doable. So I'm on track. Look, I'm already down. I started this journey January 5th. I'm already down 9 pounds.
It's so doable,
You know what I mean? And I didn't do nothing crazy. I walked 3 miles with my dog, and then I go to the gym and I lift a little bit of weights, and I haven't even ramped up yet. And I'm eating low carb. Like, I haven't even gone all out yet because you know what? I'm not ready. Right? Like,
yeah, mentally, yeah.
So I'm still building up. Like, I know what I'm capable of from an athletic standpoint, and I'm not even close. But I know if I just started doing that overnight, some people might work. You just got to throw yourself in. But I'm not like that. I need to ramp up. I need to keep ramping up. So that's been my approach. But I always look at my goals. I go, okay, where'd you end up this week? Good or bad, you know, or indifferent. Where'd you up this week? What are the metrics? Are you feeling good? Are you weighing what you want to weigh on the scale or close? Is that going in the right direction? Adjust. Be honest. Right? Like that's just what I've done. You know what I mean? In terms of trying to live in my truth.
For me, it's like this. As a former athlete, I thought I was a really good athlete. I struggle because I know where I was at in my pinnacle. Well, I ain't gonna say my pinnacle, but I know when I was in some of the best shape of my life. So I almost get a little down on myself when I go to the gym and I'm not doing what I was doing or lifting no weight crazy. Shoot, I coach flag football. I was running with my kid the other day. One of them sixth graders almost about beat me in a race.
So let's talk about that, because I think that's a good point, though. Like, you were at a certain point, right? You said you were a Division I athlete.
What?
Okay.
A dog.
Okay. So that's up there, right? So why, and we all do this, but I'm going to ask you for your answer. Why would you, someone years removed, now a dad, now in a different part of life, why would you compare yourself to what you were back then? Why you not starting from yesterday? Why you not starting from yesterday and go, I'm a little stronger, I'm a little faster, I'm a little whatever than I was yesterday? Why are you going back to 20 years old?
Yep. You know why? Because I allowed myself to get here. And it's guilt and anger and frustration.
Got you.
Honestly.
Got you. So once upon a time, I was 215 pounds. I was a beast, right? I mean, I was jumping over dudes that was 6 foot, whatever. I was doing whatever. I looked good. I felt good. The whole nine. Now, for me, that's going to sound even more ridiculous, right? Because I'd have been 20 years old. I'm 42. That's a long time ago. So should I compare myself to where I was back when I was 20?
No, see, yeah, I mean, I feel you.
Right? You got to start somewhere, but you got to start realistically. So start, if you're listening to this podcast and you like, man, I used to X, Y, and Z, whatever, fill in the blank, like stop going all the way back. Start today. So that by next week, you could go, man, I didn't walk at all on the day that I heard this podcast. And now I've walked half a mile.
And look at me.
Right?
Feeling better.
And and then you let that keep progressing. Right? You can't, like, I'm not about to have Dwayne Johnson's body tomorrow.
You don't know that.
Not that I want that, but, I'm not, that doesn't happen like that. That's over time. That's work, right? That's why they call it work.
Mm-hmm. Man, bro, now you're right. Listen, if you're listening to this podcast, we just trying to put it in words for you guys, but we dealing with a battle too, right? We both battling things in our lives, as everyone is. And it's better together, right? We work together as a community, holding each other accountable. So my goal, I told you guys, I'm going to run 15 miles. I got to put it out there.
Ooh.
Total, right? Total.
Okay.
I'm going to run 15 miles total, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to put it out there. We record every Tuesday or Wednesday. That means I got 6 days to get 15 miles in.
Okay.
And I know I'm going to come with the facts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I had to challenge myself like that.
So right now, what are you doing? The last time you tried to attempt that, how far did you get?
Bro, it's like 7 miles.
Okay.
Really about 6.5.
So let's keep checking in. That'll be fun. Let's keep checking in on how that's progressing. Right?
I'm just gonna go for a 2-mile walk today.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. Actually, that's what I was doing before we got on is I actually, it was 3 miles yesterday. It was 2 miles today because I wanted to give my dog a little extra time to play, but I do got, I'm going to the gym later today. So, I'm just varying it up, man. I started shooting the basketball again since I tore my Achilles. So I'm doing that, doing some workouts.
That's what I need to do. I got a whole basketball court in the backyard.
Okay.
I need to start shooting my joint.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. Hopping on, I'm in the gym with the weights, elliptical, that sort of thing. My goal though is, 215 before October. 215, between 215 and 220, depending on how I look.
That's crazy. I'm trying to go down to 215 too.
Okay. So that's my goal.
I'm 260 right now.
Okay.
I'm 6'4".
Yep. See, I'm 5'9".
So it don't look, everybody be like, you in shape. I'd be like, nah, I'm really not.
But you know what? I saw a difference though. I saw a difference a little while ago. You went from, I don't know, regular Trevay to like, I remember when I started seeing you on social media, you were hitting the weights, hey man, you put on a little something, you thick it out a little bit.
I was in flow.
Yeah.
Earlier, when you in flow, it's easy.
Yeah.
I gotta get back to it, man.
Yeah. I honestly didn't want to get up and walk this morning. Cause like I get in early, right? Like I take my son to school and I don't even give myself the chance for an excuse. So what I do is I put the dog in a car, right? Feed the dog, walk the dog. I put the dog in the car, take him to school, drive straight down the street. I don't even go home, go straight to the dog park. Cause if I go home, I'm gonna find a reason not to do it.
Right.
So then I go do that and I'm like, I gotta get that done, and she young, she's 6 months. So she all over the place. I was like, oh, this ain't
she ready to go.
Yeah. But she was like all over the place. She was bouncy. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God. So, I got her under control. We had our walk. It went well. I give myself zero excuses. So I'll put that out there too. I want to be about 215, 220, weighed myself today. I am 249 right now. So I'm on that mission.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You already there. The mission already complete, right? You just going through your go through.
Got
For me,
to.
we just got to make it. The thing is, though, we got to make it a lifestyle. Okay,
It's a
we on a
lifestyle.
mission,
Yep.
but it really ain't a mission. It's more like us adapting to what we're gonna do for the rest of our lives. Is what I say.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because anything other than what we're trying to do is regress.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey man, it sounds like, that's the thing. What I admire about you, man, is, it's actually weird to hear me here. And I hope you take this as a compliment. It's weird to hear you say you have bad days, because that's one of the things that every time me and Jen see you, we go, man, like, he always so happy and jovial and like, really making people feel good. And we always,
bro, it ain't nothing to be mad about. it ain't that. Even if I slack on a day, understand this, bro.
I mean, there might have been like one time we seen you, we were like, okay, he's having a go of it.
Yeah.
But other than that, every time.
It ain't nothing in this world. Like I said, I believe I'm a child of God. Like, I truly believe that. It ain't no man, woman, nothing in this world that really can take my joy for real, for real. And so that's why I be so frustrated with myself. Because I just know I'm on this earth for a purpose. And everybody got their purpose, bro. I think my purpose was to make people happy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. I think I'm there to build people up. I'm there to make sure, and that comes with, some people might get a little jealous. Some people say, why he always happy? What's wrong with him? I don't even notice. Like you saying that, like you just said he always jolly. I don't feel like I'm always jolly. I just feel like myself. That's how I know I'm meant to do that.
Right. But I think you need to see that though, Treve. I think you need to see that, because I think, I hear you saying you hard on yourself sometimes, and, and some of these things. And I know you a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. I know you know that. But like, I think it's important that you hear it from somebody else.
Yeah.
That the way you walk, like, I'm sure you have a lot of people that are envious of that you are giving energy to in a positive light, that are benefiting from your good nature.
100%.
You know what I mean? And so,
and even with that though, I think I'm gonna go deep real quick, right? I'm gonna be transparent with everybody. Okay, there was a moment, right, when I moved to California, where I went through like a 6-month period where people's comments, like they said something slick, usually I can let any type of comment just roll off my back, but it started piercing. I started hitting. Like I would come home, it would follow me home. I lay in bed with it. That person would have mental, literally control over me, power over my brain.
Don't let people live rent free in your head, man.
Huh?
Don't let nobody live rent free in your head.
You feel me? And I'm being transparent, right? Yeah. I'm telling people, because there's somebody else going through this. They need to hear this. I went through this for about half a year, right? Just not knowing what's wrong with me. Wondering why I always feel tense, why I'm always looking for an underlying message in what people are saying to me. I went through it for like a minute. Saying, was he trying to be slick? Was she trying to be funny? Which I've never done before in my life, right? And what I noticed in that 6 months, what I was doing was I was getting up, this is before we had our baby. I was sleeping in until 10 a.m. I wasn't hitting the gym. I don't go to work until 2. And I coach flag football. So I would get up, watch TV, not eat until lunch, right until my walk at the house, come home, have a beer or 2 or 3, escape reality for a little bit, and go to bed. And that was my routine. That's what I did, okay? The first day after that 6 months that I got up at 4 a.m., I remember yesterday, I got up and I said, I'm not going to lay back in bed today. I'm going to just stay up all day. I got in my car and my favorite gospel song came on. It is Melodies from Heaven by Kirk Franklin. My jam. And I listened to it, and it was the first time I think I cried in the whole 6 months. And I don't care. I'm very odd. I do every emotion. I'm not that hard cat that's like, man, I don't cry, man. I'm too tough. I cried, man. I sat in my car, and after I cried, Ra, I had the best day I ever had, I feel like. And it wasn't even deep. It wasn't even deep. Like, I didn't do nothing crazy. Like, I didn't, like, get my wife some flowers. Like, we didn't go home and, like, romance each other crazy. Like, it was just like a regular day. But I think what happened in that moment was the weight of all that stuff and me giving it to God and me getting back center. And I'm trying to bring this full circle because you said, what keeps me, at the beginning, you said, what keeps you, Treve, going, right? What keeps your mental health? Mm-hmm. It's that. It's those moments right there. It literally, I could feel it coming up off my body, right? The weight coming off of me. And I was able to shake back. And since then, I've been, can't tell me that.
So you have a way of just kind of being able to shed whatever stress has been on you for a minute.
And you know why though? It's because of how I grew up. It's because of what I saw my parents do, what I saw my parents go through, how I was raised, my community. That is why. Because, my wife always says, like, I always say, baby, you just gotta pray. You just gotta have faith. She said, I can't do that. You don't represent that. That's not how I operate. That's how your brain works. And I understand that now. Before I used to be like, she don't get it. But I wasn't the one getting it. Everybody can't break stuff down and think like that. And I'm starting to understand that. But I'm telling you, man, it's just, you gotta do the things that make you whole. When I'm in the Word, when I'm in the Spirit, when I work out, I'm whole. I am, bro. I can't explain it. But when I'm missing those little things, I'm not reading. When I'm not talking about the Bible, when I'm not physically putting my hands in the book, I love to learn. When I'm not learning, I feel inferior. I don't know why. I just feel inferior. And so I try to continue to do the things that reinforce my ideas and belief about who I am. That's it. That's it. And if you're listening, do what makes you the best you. I say it all the time.
There it is.
Don't try to be nobody else. That's the problem with today's world. Everybody trying to be somebody else.
You need time to figure that out, though. That goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like some people don't even know what is the best them. What version of that?
Ain't that sad?
Yeah.
Ain't that sad? Like, I get it. I'm so grateful. I think I was just praying to God the other day. I was in the car. I said, I thank God for moving to California because I grew up in a town of 2,000 people, right? Everybody's basically has the same mainframe, right? Same thought process, same way of living. Man, when you move out here, there's so many different cliques. There's so many different ways of viewing the world. Everybody has their own thought and belief that's right. And if you're not careful, and I wasn't, you can get lost super easily.
Yeah.
But what I thank God for was that he put me out here so that he could stretch me, see how far I can go on the rails. He bent me to the max, and I didn't break, and now I'm back and I'm better than ever. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
I love that.
He took me out here and he said, woo.
I love that.
It was like I came out to California and I didn't know what for. And he had a plan, right? There was already a plan in order for me. Right. And the plan was for me to understand people more because he does want me to affect and be able to talk and change and help people. And you can't do that around the same people.
No, you can't.
I understand that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to get around uncomfortable situations. Man, I done ran into so many different cats now, man. I just feel he's just juicing me up for something. I don't know what it is, but I need to be prepared. And even this podcast, I'm not even telling you, this podcast is a part of it. That's why I be so geeked about getting on here because I already know we about to go. It's about to bless somebody.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, and I keep getting called back to it, right? This is like probably the 4th time I've done a podcast. You know, it's been one was sports related, but you know, it just kind of felt like that's supposed to happen. I keep hearing people, when you gonna do this? When you gonna do that? People just kind of waiting on it. So, I got to a point in my life where I stopped ignoring it, and that's what drove me to become a voice actor. Because people kept, you know, the common thing people would tell me literally since I was like 18 years old, you have a great voice. You should use it for something.
Bruh.
I've been hearing that since I was 18 years old. You know, so, I mean, people would walk up to me at work. Hey, you ever thought about doing, I don't know, presentations, speeches, whatever? And I go, no. I'm just some kid from LA. You know what I mean? I'm like, no one wants to hear me talk. What was that for? You know?
But they do though. Because you know what? You only measuring it off of your measuring stick, right?
Yeah.
You ain't going off of what people see in you. And that's me too. I'm the same way.
Yeah. But that's something to talk about though. Because you see yourself the way you see yourself and how you grew up, right? But like how other people see you, it might not be who you want to be, but it's an indicator of something. So you kind of have to pay attention to that to see where you're going.
Hold on. I'm going to have to stop us. We get an hour and a half now. We're giving them too much in 1 week.
I was just going to say, that's going to have to be another subject for sure.
That's going to have to be another subject. We see what I'm saying? But man, we get on here and get going, boy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Before we get out of here, man, I know you know,
right.
I'm not going to ask you about your Super Bowl pick because obviously it's your Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory.
So being that we doing this, you know, Wednesday before the Super Bowl, how do you think it's going down?
Saquon Barkley is going to run for 217 yards.
Oh, Jesus.
Jalen Hurts is going to go 15 for 21 passing.
Close game?
We need
blowout? Close game, blowout? What you thinking?
Close game. The final score is going to be 34-27 Eagles. And we're going to score the last drive of the game to win it. We're going to do it in Patrick Mahomes style, right?
Okay.
We're going to have the game winning drive instead of Mahomes.
Okay. MVP?
Right. MVP will be Saquon Barkley.
That'll be a hell of a book story, though.
He is the best running back in the league. He is a generational talent. There's only one other running back in the league that is close to him, and that is Derrick Henry. That's it. Derrick Henry, Saquon. That's it. Everybody else is peon.
Man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if your Eagles don't win, I'm gonna be hurt. Why did I just say that out loud?
I am too. Even as a Patriots fan, let's add that in there.
I know. Why did I say that out loud? But I said it. So I'm rooting for your Eagles. I'm gonna be probably sitting at home watching that. So that'll be that.
Hey, just give me a fly, Eagles fly before we get off.
I can't do it. I'm gonna say, go Eagles.
Go Eagles. There we go.